The Chiefs are victorious. It's the Super Bowl postgame show as Harrison Butker nails a short field goal and the Eagles have no time left to do anything. I'm Josh Kirby, the host of the Kirby on Sports podcast. The Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. You'll hear our thoughts throughout the night in our Kirby on Sports postgame show. I'm watching the postgame as we speak. The Kelsey brothers are in the middle, and Andy Reid is getting interviewed as we speak. A lot to come. The Kirby on Sports podcast live postgame Super Bowl as the Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. Electrifying here in the studios of the Kirby on Sports podcast as the Kansas City Chiefs defeat the Philadelphia Eagles. It was a close game. It came down to one possession, and the Chiefs were able to pull it out essentially with a Harrison Butker field goal attempt. The Kansas City Chiefs. Let's hear from a few of our sponsors, and we'll continue with the Kirby on Sports live postgame show. For sports fans living in condominium and homeowners associations, as well as business professionals, when you need a reserve study, PM Plus Reserves has been in business since 1990. Their studies are accurate and easy to understand. Check them out when your association needs a study. www.pmplusreserves.com. You can also contact them at 703-803-8436. Once again, www.pmplusreserves.com. Is it finally time to upgrade your home's interior? How about with an authentic farm table made locally from recycled barnwood? Shenandoah Primitives, based right here in Winchester, Virginia, makes farm tables, benches, tables, coffee tables, and a long list of other items for your home decorating needs. At Shenandoah Primitives, function and style are combined for great furniture that will last generations. If you're interested in combining the industrial look of metal with wood, or considering something incredibly unique with a live edge, Shenandoah Primitives turns those ideas into reality. Thinking about a mirror, wine rack, or other accent piece for your home, Shenandoah Primitives can assist with that as well. As a local small business, Shenandoah Primitives is happy to work with each client for a custom design or schedule an appointment to come out and view current inventory. Local, high-quality, handmade items can be found at Shenandoah Primitives. Find us on Facebook and Instagram or visit us at www.shenandoahprimitives.com. Once again, that's www.shenandoahprimitives.com. Welcome back to Kirby on Sports podcast live postgame show as the Super Bowl wraps up with the Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champions. As we mentioned in our pregame show, Dan picked the Eagles and the Eagles lost. Sorry, Dan. We're hoping to get Dan and Carlos on. I'm not sure what their availability is like, but I'm going to continue the show because I am the operator of this post-game show, and we're going to go for a little while, and I'm hoping if Carlos and Dan you are with us here shortly that we can continue this. But let's start off. Obviously, we knew from the get go that this was going to be a close, very intense matchup. And I feel like the Eagles came out hot towards the first half. It was very unfortunate that Patrick Mahomes re aggravated that ankle injury. But hell, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Super Bowl. And you look at it this way. Patrick Mahomes, he can give his ankle, rather, he can put his ankle on the line and recover all offseason. And I think that's what he did in the second half. And I feel like it was more the Eagles in the first half. And we were like, oh, is Patrick going to be all right? So on and so forth. But Patrick Mahomes does what he always does. And that is why he is an MVP caliber quarterback. It's just insane. It was insane. And I'm not discrediting anything the Philadelphia Eagles did, because just looking at these stats, let me pull them up, as this was a very, very exciting Super Bowl. Just looking, Jalen Hurts. I I I don't even want to say that fumble recovery by the Chiefs really hurt them, but Jalen Hurts threw an impressive 304 yards. Devontae Smith had 100 yards on 7 receptions. AJ Brown looked pretty good as well. Um I just think Jalen Hurts was moving the football around very well, in my opinion. And I'm not discrediting anything the Eagles did. I feel like their defense played well again, but I think Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs made more plays than what the Eagles did in order to finish the job. And that's what they did. And just watching this post game show, the confetti's flying, everybody's celebrating. This was a hard fought win. I mean, absolutely incredible. You look at all the emotions this Chiefs team has. I just think it's incredible. Just looking, I mean, heartbreaking for the Philadelphia Eagles, but no doubt, I guarantee you they're going to be back. I guarantee you they will be back. But what an incredible game. Just starting off fourth quarter, looking at the scoring line, it was the Eagles who got the ball first, obviously, and they had an 8-9 play drive, and they dominated time of possession. Don't get me wrong there. The time of possession went in the Eagles' favor all night long. But the only thing was the Chiefs just came out and got the job done in the third and fourth quarter. But the Eagles had a nice long drive, kept the Chiefs defense on the field, trying to tire them out. And Mahomes' first drive, 4-5 play drive into the end zone, a little bit quicker. So that doesn't give the Chiefs defense a lot of time to rest, if you get what I'm saying. So you look at that factor, and then the second quarter, around the time Patrick Mahomes tweaks his ankle, unfortunately, but yet again, it doesn't really matter, because Patrick Mahomes, we all know that Patrick Mahomes is going to come out there and do what he does best. And the Eagles, 17 points, putting up to the Chiefs 7 in the second quarter. And just looking here, most of it, AJ Brown, a huge touchdown catch, like I mentioned earlier, 96 yards. But Jalen Hurts, he rushed him for 3 touchdowns, something I forgot to mention earlier. Jalen Hurts looked exceptionally well on his feet. And another thing too, I mean, I'll say this straight up. The Chiefs in that formation where Hurts is right up and you have 3 guys behind him pushing, the fourth down conversion rate, I don't think I've ever seen it that high for any team in any Super Bowl. Yeah, because I mean, it's the Super Bowl. You want to take risks, but you don't want to go for it on fourth down every single time. But Nick Sirianni and that Eagles coaching staff had them ready, had them prepared, and they make some pretty exciting and gutsy calls. And it's just incredible to see. It's absolutely incredible. And we have company.
Cry, Eagles, cry. Let's, excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen. Let's fucking go. Woo! You gotta fight for your right to party.
Currently,
Let's
Roger
go.
Goodell has the Lombardi Trophy. Clark Hunt, the son of Lamar Hunt, has a black sport coat with a red arrowhead with
I
the
don't know why
word
you're describing
Chiefs
what
on
he's
it.
wearing, dude. The only thing that matters about this shot is that the Kansas City Chiefs have the Lombardi Trophy again. And once again, the NFL is the home of the Chiefs.
Where the heck is Dan? I don't know where. I don't know where he is.
Dan is inebriated right now and probably will not make it.
He will be on at
that was me.
You. Well, I don't know. We're hoping Dan gets in, but let me just start. This is very off script. We're just going with the flow here, Carlos. But the ankle injury, it wasn't going to be an issue. It wasn't.
No, it was not. It looked like it might have been. It was going to be an issue in the first half. You know, at the end. You know, it looked like he re-aggravated it, but no, listen, this is the last game of the season. Patrick Mahomes was not coming out. He was not coming out. Not for that, because he understood, listen, whatever damage I do, I got 6 months, and I'd rather spend those 6 months knowing that I'm a Super Bowl champion. Listen,
yes, I know.
That was, I know I came in bashing, you know, with the Eagles cry thing. The Philadelphia Eagles played an absolutely extraordinary game, offensively, especially.
How many fourth down conversions have you seen in the Super Bowl?
Look. We have to give Jalen Hurts his proper due. That man was incredible tonight. Rebounded very well. He lost. It was that fumble for a touchdown. He rebounded so well. Oh my, I was so impressed by Jalen Hurts tonight. I have to give him props. I really do. But guess what? There's a reason why they gave the MVP to that man talking right now, Patrick Mahomes, and it's because he's the mother freaking GOAT. All right? He is on his way to Super Bowls, and he's only been starting for 5 years. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Wow.
Let's go.
He hoisted that trophy up high. I saw post game that Travis and Jason Kelsey had a slight brief conversation, but it looked like all happy. Donna Kelsey, a champion, as we mentioned earlier.
Either way.
Huh. Oh, I guess we're.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
Oh, no, I understand. We are just watching the trophy presentation. If you want to chime in, ladies and gentlemen, on what you thought of this Super Bowl, I know it's late. Let us know. But, Carlos, those Chiefs hats look pretty nice. I think you might be ordering one tonight.
I probably won't. I don't order hats like that.
Well, it's a pretty dope hat. I mean, if it had a Commanders logo on it, then I probably would.
Yeah,
but
you can keep dreaming on that one.
Yeah, I can keep dreaming, yes, but those hats do look nice.
I don't really like the design, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
But I might be getting, I think I might have to get me a Travis Kelsey Super Bowl jersey.
Uh-oh.
With the patch. I might have to get me one.
Are we going to hear it? Are we going to hear it? You got to fight for your right to party. I'm not sure if he's going to say it. We're just...
He already did. He just said it.
Oh, he did. Yes. Wow. What a game. And yeah, I mean, again, to echo your point, Carlos, we have to give the Eagles their credit because
You really do have to give them their credit.
I've never seen so many fourth down conversions in
It's
all
not
my
even
life.
just the fourth down conversions. It's the fact that they did it passing the ball. They had so much time of possession, and it wasn't because of the run game. It was because Jalen Hurts' shoulder was better than any of us thought it was going to be. That dude was launching some bombs out there. And the receivers, look, I know what Philly fans are going to say here. That holding call at the end, I'm going to be honest with you. That was a really soft call. A lot of people, they probably should not have called that. I think it was too soft for the Super Bowl, and it ended up costing the Eagles the game, to be completely honest. Obviously not entirely, but in that situation, right, it costed the Eagles any shot of being able to get the ball back. It's something that they can definitely have some issues with. But at the end of the day, they had multiple opportunities to win this game.
Absolutely.
And they didn't make the stops on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense, and they let them, get back into it. That punt return, that long punt return by Kadarius Toney.
That was amazing.
That was a great punt return. I mean, look,
he reversed field on that, got
all the way back up, got it down to like the 2 or the 5. I can't remember what it was, but he got it close. I'm just so happy I don't have to wear an Eagles jersey for the draft show. And Felice, I haven't forgotten our friendly bet. I will be bringing a Chiefs jersey for you to wear on draft night. Oh man, what a fantastic! This was a fantastic game. This lived up to the hype. And I'm just so happy for Patrick Mahomes. I'm happy for those boys because, again, so many people doubted them. The whole entire crew on Fox picked against them. They all picked the Eagles. No respect on the Chiefs. I don't understand why. When you have that man on your team, Patrick Mahomes, how can you doubt this team? How can you doubt them? He is the neutralizing force on any opponent. You cannot account for this man. This man does the impossible. I am so beyond proud of this team for what they have done this season. Being able to overcome the, loss of Tyreek Hill and everything that went down with that, all the adversity that they faced throughout the season. I'm so proud of this team, especially through the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes fighting through that high ankle sprain. I mean, you put respect on this man's name. You have to start respecting this man.
Absolutely.
And guess what? This was probably the best shot that anybody had at beating these Chiefs because guess what? They're going to be in this for the next 10 years.
Absolutely. You want to hear what I put down in my parlay today?
Go ahead.
Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown scorer, hits.
Good, great pick.
Kansas City Chiefs money line hits.
All right.
AJ Brown 90 plus.
Okay.
Jerick McKinnon over 3.5. 3.
Oh no.
It
how
was
much but what was how much did you bet and how much would you have won had it hit?
$8 for 209.85.
That's a bummer.
I know. I mean,
half a yard. Wow, that sucks.
But
that blows.
I looked and I was like, I guarantee you Jalen Hurts will score. I guarantee you AJ Brown. I was scared there. He had 96, but still, I was like, there's a chance AJ might not get this, but lo and behold, he does. That touchdown pass really did help.
Oh my goodness. That was such a beautiful pass.
Yeah.
Beautiful catch. I mean, dude, like, again, I'm just so Jalen Hurts, man. What a game, dude. He really showed out here they did not, the Eagles did not lose because of him. It was not because of Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts just absolutely, wow, just blew me away. It was an awesome performance by him, a valiant effort. But again, there's a reason why he came up second in MVP voting, and the guy who's holding that Lombardi trophy came in first.
Yep.
And he broke the curse of league MVPs losing in the Super Bowl. He broke it. He's here. Listen, This is Mahomes' era. There's nobody on this man's level. And again, the disrespect that Fox was giving, the Fox pregame coverage gave to the Chiefs, not a single one of their analysts picking them. Insanity to me. So, you know what? Take this and shove it, Fox. Take it and shove it.
Yeah, Carlos, I just have to say I did hit on an imaginary bet as well, as they did use purple Gatorade.
I didn't see it. I didn't
Yeah.
see the. Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, they used
You
purple
should have bet
Gatorade.
on it. You should have bet on it.
No,
Should have bet on it.
I don't
You
know.
also hit on the no. Yeah, you also hit on the heads or tails. You guys all picked tails.
Yeah. I didn't even pay attention, but just for the heck of it. So on and so
Just getting out of this thing because this Super Bowl coverage is pretty much over.
Yeah, the Super Bowl coverage is over. I don't think there's any more, is there?
Probably obviously on like ESPN, Fox Sports 1, all that stuff, but
let's check.
I think I'm going to be wearing my Chiefs jersey to work tomorrow.
Well, we'll turn it over to ESPN. It's probably going to be Boomer because
I hope. It might not be.
I don't know who it will be, but we'll see. Maybe Travis Kelce, but who knows? Yeah, it's Boomer. It's Boomer, Steve Young, and Booger. Boomer's out there every single year and currently interviewing Patrick Mahomes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, what a game. I mean,
I know. What a game. What a game.
I can't wrap my head around how close that Super Bowl was.
Listen, this was Arizona, man. Although we talked about in the group chat the issues with the field, but man, this is their third straight epic Super Bowl. They had obviously the 07 one between the Giants and the Patriots.
Absolutely.
Then they had the Patriots and the Seahawks, and now they have the Chiefs and the Eagles. Unreal, man. Unreal. Just wow. I mean, that was a great Super Bowl. Well, again, for Eagles fans, I understand this hurts losing this Super Bowl. It hurts, but Jalen Hurts played awesome. But there's so much to be proud. This team, look, this team was so good, dude. This Eagles team was so good.
Very good.
Offensively, they just looked unstoppable, man. Like they really did. They're going to be a problem next season too. Don't think this is over. The Eagles are not done yet. Jalen Hurts, you saw the stats. They put him up during the broadcast. His numbers have improved year after year after year, and I think he ascended to another level tonight.
Absolutely.
Tonight he ascended to another level. That was an awesome performance by Jalen Hurts. It truly was. Like I really don't have much, things to talk smack about because the Eagles had such a great performance. It's just at the end of the day, man, Patrick Mahomes is just the ultimate cheat code. He really is. And I almost hit on my score prediction. I almost did. We had it. We had the number 35-27. I almost hit on it, but I knew there was way too much time left when that score line came in. I was like, it's not going to hold. So
here's something that might hurt Philly fans even more. You have the Philadelphia Union, MLS, falling short in the championship game. The Phillies losing in the World Series, and now the Eagles.
Brutal.
It's brutal for Philly sports right now. But I mean, we can.
Okay, but hold on. It's brutal, but yet awesome at the same time. Because guess what? You guys are at least getting into the championship games.
Correct.
You could be like Dallas, who can't even get out of the divisional round. You could be like DC United, who hasn't won an MLS Cup since 2004. You could be like. You could be like the Nationals who win a World Series and then completely blow it up a few years later. That's the thing. At least you guys are in the big game and you guys have, recently won one, in the Super Bowl, right? That's the thing. Like, it's like, I understand. I'm pretty sure they're all so devastated. They're also angry. I'm pretty sure they're all mad at that call. They're cursing the ref, probably saying this game was rigged, all that stuff. Of course, anything to rationalize it. I agree. as a Chiefs/Cowboys fan, that was a super soft call. I don't know. What were your thoughts on that call, Kirby?
I saw it. I think I agree. I mean, I feel like there's a certain extent where you can let them play unless it interferes too much in terms
Mhm.
of like hindering, but I don't think it reached that criteria. I think there were multiple calls that could have went either way.
Well, there was so
Like that one catch that
Dallas
Goddard had,
Goedert.
I think.
That one could have easily gone either way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't really tell with the toe. They would never. The thing about Fox, man, they never they can't do the replays right for some reason. They don't have. It seems like they don't have the coaching technology, like how coaches can easily rewind and fast forward and kind of go frame by frame and then quickly go back. It seems like they don't have that kind of technology in their broadcasting stuff, right? Because NBC does it all the time. Again, this is why I kind of think NBC should always, do the Super Bowl coverage because they do such a great job when it comes to that. It wasn't a bad night for Fox. I think Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olsen did a astounding job tonight. I think they did. It actually really sucks because Greg Olsen is doing such a great job, and yet he's going to be replaced by Tom Brady in 2 years. Not this season coming up, but the season after that, 2024.
Yeah,
they're going to replace him with Tom Brady. It's
job.
just how do we know Tom Brady's going to actually be good at this?
Yeah.
I feel
the way they panned in the cameras at there he is. There he is, Carlos.
Hey, Felice, I know you didn't hear me earlier. I mean, dude, be proud of that team, man. That Eagles team was so awesome. That was Jalen Hurts just impressed the hell out of me, dude. That was so great, so good. He was incredible tonight. He definitely ascended to a new level. He really did. Man, I'm actually bummed that they did have to actually lose this game, but at the same time I'm happy because guess what, the Chiefs won. So but man, that's brutal. It's brutal.
That 17-7 run they went on in the second quarter after Mahomes sort of tweaked his ankle, I feel like just the time of possession there, Mahomes just wasn't on the field enough, but when they were able to get the ball and produce those big drives, they did pretty well. So I don't feel like looking at the stat line, Mahomes has less because of the time of possession.
Agreed.
It's not like anything wrong happened. He didn't do anything wrong. And I don't really think that fumble recovery for a touchdown really affected things much as well.
No, and that's the thing. After that fumble, I don't know. I just I even said it because I even said it to the people I was watching with. That hey, this. I'm not worried. I'm not worried for Jalen Hurts here. He's gonna be fine. What do they do next play? He runs it for a first down. And right then and then I was like, yeah, he's not gonna be affected by this. It's still gonna be a battle here. Just man, again, I just can't give Jalen Hurts his props enough. That was such an incredible performance, and it just kind of sucks that they had to lose. But again, at the same time, I'm happy because Patrick Mahomes again showed why he's the league MVP and why he's the best quarterback in the league.
Well, I will shift focus for a little bit in the pregame ceremonies. Dak Prescott awarded Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Booed out of the building. It's fine. I understand the Philly fans.
I heard him get booed, but
it.
I think it's really cool he won that award.
Yeah, it's an awesome achievement for Dak Prescott. Hopefully him being at the Super Bowl might be able to get us to be that way. He gets it together and he can. Dallas is here next season, but that's a big ask.
Andy Reid's on the set of ESPN with Boomer, and I think he's making his way to a Burger King or local McDonald's for a nice.
No, he's not going for those trash burgers. He's going for a gourmet, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this.
Kirby, he might get another burger in a shoebox.
Let me ask you this. With this Super Bowl win, that puts him at 2, correct?
Yes.
So where does he rank now in coaches? Do you put him up there with the Bill Belichick's of the world?
Yes. Not because, frankly, Super Bowl wins, but the amount of playoff wins he has with 2 teams.
I agree.
That's my take.
I think he's up there in the Belichick. I still say Belichick. Obviously, the Super Bowl wins will always put him above Andy Reid.
Absolutely.
And also, they did go head to head in the Super Bowl, and Belichick won. So I still think you give Belichick, but I think Andy Reid is definitely up there as one of the greatest coaches of all time. Do you think he comes back?
Well, he was interviewing with Jimmy Johnson. He said, "Yeah, when my time comes, I'll know it, and then I'll get."
There was also a quote that, like, after this game, he's got some decisions to make. He's not getting any younger, and he's got a young quarterback. So what do you do here? I mean, I think he comes back. Another Super Bowl win.
If he doesn't, this may sound dumb. If he doesn't. That is dumb. Never mind.
Go ahead and say it.
I was gonna say give Bieniemy the head coaching.
No. That's exactly what I was thinking. I think,
but he's not getting along with anybody.
But that would have to happen this season because it doesn't. I mean, it's only a matter of time before another team gives Bieniemy a head coaching job. Mm-hmm. For some reason, they just haven't yet. I don't know why. But I think, you promote Bieniemy, and they already have Matt Nagy on the staff. Matt Nagy was the offensive coordinator a few years ago in Kansas City, and then when he left to go to Chicago, that's when Bieniemy moved into his role as offensive coordinator. So you can move Nagy into the offensive coordinator role, and you basically still have continuity there because you have Steve Spagnuolo right there in running the defense.
Yeah, I think so too. It's pretty crazy. Matt Nagy, who was with the Bears, he now has a Super Bowl ring. But
I think Matt Nagy he's just one of the maybe wasn't just cut out to be a head coach, but I mean, he was a good offensive coordinator. It's not like he was terrible, Like, that's the thing. Like, he gets a lot of flack for what happened in Chicago, but I mean, the Chiefs players always speak so highly of the guy.
Oh, I'm looking at this play. I wanted to, there's just so much. The 3rd and 3 at about the 5-yard line. Kadarius Toney cuts in and backs out. What an incredible play call!
It was a great, perfectly run play. I mean,
there were some red zone wide open shots.
They knew it's because they know the target in the red zone is gonna be Travis Kelce, so they used that to their advantage. There, they knew that Travis was gonna get doubled. Kadarius just had to kind of hide behind Travis Kelce, lose his defender, and he was going to be wide open. Awesome. I mean, wow, just awesome.
Wow. Incredible. The Chiefs take it.
Do you think people are going to respect them now? Do you think going into next season, people are going to actually give them their due and be like, hey, we're not talking about the Bills. We're not talking about the Bengals. Like, this is still the Chiefs world here. Like these guys have not been dethroned yet. Sure, so. They won a Super Bowl, then they lost the Super Bowl, and then they lost the AFC Championship game. But guess what? They're still here.
So
it's just like, I understand they lost Tyreek Hill, but like, he wasn't the whole team. Like, that's what pisses me off the most about Fox's coverage is they really did not give the Chiefs any due here. The fact that they were all picking the Eagles to win by 10, by 7. I mean, one guy picked them to win by 4. I think that was the most realistic one, right? I mean, 7 wasn't unrealistic, but by 10, I was like, what are we doing here? And it did look a little bleak going into halftime, right? I mean, the Eagles' time of possession was like at what? It was like 22 minutes to like 8 minutes for the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane, and the Chiefs weren't really doing too much offensively when they got the ball. Obviously, they went and scored on like the first drive, and then they got the fumble recovery for a touchdown. But I mean, aside from that, they didn't really do anything. And man, did they just explode in that second half? It was awesome.
Incredible game. Andy Reid, 22 career playoff wins, 2nd all time, 3rd head coach to beat former team in the Super Bowl. It was just an amazing Super Bowl. The icing on the cake to end the NFL season, Carlos.
Yeah, damn, it's over, isn't it?
Hey, buddy, the Defenders come on next Sunday at 8.
It's not the same.
I don't know. We'll have to.
It's not the same, man. It's just not. And then also, it's just like, I think that's a little too soon for the XFL to try to launch next week. It's just like, hey, we just got done with the NFL. Give us like maybe 2-3 weeks to actually like miss it, and then give us something to watch like after that. Come back in March. The USFL comes back in April, but nobody gives a damn about the USFL. The XFL has to be the number 2.
This is where depression sets in.
Yeah, the fact that we know now that it's over, that like we have to wait until August for anything, for some semblance of football, and then we have to wait until September, the middle of September, for the actual season to kick off.
Well, we all know one thing. It's going to be a Thursday night. NBC carries the champions starting off with a home game.
It's going to be a Thursday night football game in Arrowhead, baby.
Excuse me, not Burrowhead, Arrowhead.
Yeah, we've already established that.
Yep.
Yeah. And, maybe, hopefully, we end up at Arrowhead next season.
It's funny, too, because the city of Philadelphia had 1,500 gallons of grease. There's no celebration tonight, baby.
Oh, let's hold that back. They might be rioting in the streets right now.
Could be.
They might be rioting in the streets. Let's have a little look-see, dude, shall we?
Can I just say Jalen Hurts is 16-2 as a starter? Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Heineke, baby, knocks him off. It's just it was crazy, but yet again, hats off. Both teams did an incredible job, and I'm not taking anything away from the Eagles here, because the Eagles did a great job. The Eagles are going to be right back in the mix. I don't see them going anywhere, unlike last season where the Rams went all in, beat the Bengals, and the Rams weren't even in the conversation, the playoff mix. I feel like the Eagles are going to be right back in the mix next year. I feel like they're going to be competing for the NFC East.
It looks like people are angry. It looks like there's
what are you looking on?
I'm looking on Twitter.
Really?
It looks like there's no videos or anything like that, but from what I'm seeing on tweets is that there's very angry people.
Carlos, favorite Super Bowl commercial?
I really liked the T-Mobile one with John Travolta.
That was pretty cool.
I really liked that one. I can't tell you why. I just really enjoyed that one.
There were a couple. I was sort of paying attention, but what was it? I'm trying to think about. It was the Bradley Cooper T-Mobile commercial. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, T-Mobile had some great commercials, huh? I mean, I thought that one was all right. It wasn't my favorite, but
and Gronk missed his field goal.
I like how they said they were going to do that live. That was not live.
It was not live. I was like, what the heck is
that? I thought he was going to actually do it like on the field in the stadium.
Wow. I don't know, but a lot of fun, Carlos. Another end to an exciting season for sure. I don't think there's anything else to discuss, but we'll do a full
no, there is one thing to discuss. There's a reason why Dan isn't on here. It's because he lost. He came in second this year. Your boy is officially the champion. I am the champion of the Pick'ems Challenge this year. Let's go.
You're the champion of what? I missed that.
The Pick'ems Challenge. Say it loud for the camera. The Pick'ems freaking Challenge. Your boy came in first place this year. Once me and Dan flip-flopped, and Dan owes me dinner now. Dan owes Carlos dinner. Oh man, we're gonna send that to him right now, because I guess that's why because Dan picked the Eagles. Well, obviously he picked them just because he knew we were tied, and he knew I was gonna pick the Chiefs, so he didn't want to pick the Chiefs and have us be tied. He wanted to be, I guess you could say, a contrarian, and decided to go with Philly. But he understood that this was a toss-up game, that it could have gone either way. So awesome. awesome. I mean, great battle between me and him this year, but unfortunately, there could only be one, and I am the one. I am the one.
Yep. I mean, it just. I don't think there's anything else I can touch on unless I missed anything.
No, not really. There's not really much else to talk about. I mean, we've talked about it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
For me since I got here.
But the ankle though, I saw it. I was like, he'll be back. I wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be out. It looked super painful, but I was like, he's not. There's no way he's not. They're putting Chad Henne in. There's no way.
Yeah.
Even though with Chad Henne, anything is possible.
So, I want to get your take. How'd you like Jimmy Johnson today?
I mean, him bringing that Chiefs fan onto their little set and dancing.
That was hilarious.
That was a move. That was a move.
Yeah.
That was a move.
And just on a random note, Derek Jeter joining MLB on Fox.
Nobody cares. Again, he joined that cast to what? So nobody could watch.
I don't know, but a lot of fun for sure. A lot of excitement as the Chiefs are Super Bowl champions, essentially with a game-winning field goal by Harrison Butker, who did doink one off the upright.
That he did.
Yeah,
that he did.
That could have been a turning point, but they got the job done, and he redeemed himself.
Yep, he did.
Redeemed himself for sure. But
he won it. He won with this, by making that field goal.
Folks, before we wrap things up, a big thanks to our sponsors, as always, PM Plus Reserve, Shenandoah Primitives, Dr. Dave Leadership Corporation, Mark Francis with Icon Real Estate, Barrett Pest and Termite Services, Shenandoah Music, and Mark Lynch with Guild Mortgage. And don't forget the official energy drink of the Kirby on Sports podcast, Don't Sleep Energy, Amazon.com/shops/don't sleep. Use promo code Kirby123 for 10% off your order. Carlos, it was a lot of fun. Now the holiday starts tomorrow, the day after the Super Bowl, because nobody.
I wish that was a real thing, but it's not.
I wish. But I appreciate it, Carlos, and we'll wrap up the season sometime next week on the next edition of the Kirby on Sports podcast. But I'll say this once, I'll say this plenty of more times. It's been a fun. I know Dan's not on here, but it's been one hell of a great season with you again, partner.
One hell of a great season and one hell of a way to end it, man. What a great Super Bowl. Anybody that's saying that this wasn't that great of a Super Bowl is lying to you, and it's because their team either wasn't in it or it's because they were an Eagles fan and they didn't win.
Absolutely, for sure. But I mean, I'll just end by saying this: the formation that the Eagles were using,
the rugby formation, unstoppable.
Yeah, it's unstoppable.
It's unstoppable, and borderline should be made illegal. But at the same time, I'm just like, I don't think I want it to be illegal.
They baited the Chiefs once by neutral zone there, I thought, with that rugby formation.
They did.
Because they were trying to stop it so bad, but
Nobody has been able to stop it all season.
Yeah.
Nobody can figure out how. It's so hard. It's so
crazy.
hard.
Crazy for sure.
I can't wait for the new episode of New Heights this week.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That might be interesting for sure. But Carlos, a blast with you, brother. As always, I appreciate you, and we'll catch you sometime this week, my friend.
Yes, sir. You remember, everybody, you gotta fight for your right to party!
For one last time.
And the home of the